every day is a new adventure in transportation project delivery, and today is a milestone that we're here to celebrate. Happy to be here to launch the Good2go program for the SR 520 corridor. Today is when, actually yesterday we had a soft start, but today is when you can sign up your accounts and register for the new style of transponders. And there are folks here today who can help you. There's online tools, and we have customer service centers as well. But it's very important to take a moment to reflect on the fact that we're starting a new system here in Puget Sound. We've had many partners help us get to this point. I'd like to recognize our two federal partners who will be speaking in a few minutes, but also the folks behind the scenes that have worked with us to partner on the planning, design, development of the 520 corridor. Part of what we're doing as we roll out our transponders and the Good2go passes is to partner with Safeway. I'd like to recognize Greg Sparks, the president of Safeway Seattle Division. You'll hear about the passes and the kits that Safeway will have on their racks, where you can buy many different kinds of cards, but thank you Safeway for being a partner with us as we launch in this area. Charlie Howard from Puget Sound Regional Council, our PSRC Transportation Planning Director. Charlie, thank you. Ron Postomac from Metro King County DOT Assistant Director. Thank you, Ron, for your partnership. And Mike Bergman and Andrea Tull from Sound Transit Planning. There you are. So the 520 bridge is something that many of us who've worked on its vulnerability have worried about from time to time. Anytime the rain and wind starts, and we worry about seismic events as well. This is a corridor and a vulnerable bridge that must be replaced. It's a part of the Puget Sound economy. It's a part of making people connect and helping people connect between either 520 and I-90 from the east to the west side of Lake Washington, and it must be replaced. So fortunately, we're on the path to do that. We will begin tolling in the 520 corridor with legislative action sometime in April. That's our hope, that's our dream, and that's what we're pushing for. The equipment is being installed, the back office and the customer service centers are up and running, and this is the path that will help us start with early tolling in this corridor, which is just like buying down your mortgage. We're going to collect some of the money early, which helps us not have to bond and pay as much debt service going out the other end. $1 billion of this corridor program will be collected from tolling, so you understand how important it is that as we fashioned a financial plan together with both federal money, thank you, and state gas tax revenues, and then the local contribution of the tolling, the user fee that is a part of our financial planning now, not just on this corridor, but on mega projects all over the state. Tolling is becoming a much more important part of us being able to make these improvements. This project will put hundreds of people to work. Saturday, we kicked off the groundbreaking for the pontoon replacement project in Aberdeen in Grace Harbor County. And even though it was a windstorm and driving sideways rain, the mood was so spirited, and the celebration with Governor Gregoire and many local legislators and workers, that this was an important part of restoring and repairing the 520 corridor. 115,000 vehicles use this corridor every day. So as we think about the need to replace it and the need to keep our economy not only recovering from this recession but strong for the future, our transportation system, not just on 520 but around this region and around the state, are a very important part of what we're trying to contribute, so that as we recover, our economy in Washington state and therefore the nation will continue to be strong. So we currently have two other toll facilities in our state. Tacoma Narrows Bridge, which opened in 2007. That system is both a cash collection and a transponder or Good2go pass collection. On 167, we have instituted the pilot program of the hot lane pilots, where individual drivers can buy their way in as the market and their need demands to buy a ride in the HOV lane, which helps keep both the general purpose lanes and the HOV lanes moving. This is a little different system, 100% electronic. And I think, Craig, are you going to talk a little more about how that works? and I'll leave that to Craig. But first I'd like to introduce and welcome and thanks one more time our federal partners, Dan Mathis, the Administrator for the Washington Division of Federal Highways Administration, and Rick Krachalis, the Regional Administrator for Federal Transit Authority. Welcome.